Good morning, and thank you for joining us for SBB Live. I am your host and the publisher of Seniors Blue Book, Amanda Barton. I'm extremely excited today to be joined with a Director of Community Relations, Rich Chechilo with Comfort Keepers. How are you today?
I am doing wonderful, Amanda. Thank you very much for having me.
I know that my voice is no match for your radio voice. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with Comfort Keepers and about that radio voice I hear.
Well, everywhere I go, I'm just a Chechilo,
That's
Amanda.
right.
You know that? Well, I do have kind of an interesting story. I moved down here 15 years ago, and I started in radio. I was actually co-host and producer of the morning show at 96.9 Wink FM from 2005 to 2009. So that's where you get this radio voice for. As my father says, I have a face for radio. So, um, and then I had proposed to my wife live on the air, who was a teacher at the time. And shortly thereafter, Wink had changed formats and did all this stuff. I wound up leaving radio and jumping into teaching. The principal who I set the whole proposal up with was the one who gave me my first break as a teacher, and I was a teacher for 10 years. But then probably at the 10th year, I was getting that teacher burnout. I was working 3 jobs, a little stressed out. And a friend of mine was in the healthcare profession and said, Rich, I'm working at Comfort Keepers. I think you would be really great at the job. You should think about trying it. So I literally over the summer took a wing and a prayer and went over to Comfort Keepers and interviewed with them. And I just hit it off with Tom and Kim, the owners, and Dawn Pudlin, the general manager. And they took a chance on a guy with no talent, with not no talent, with no experience.
I was going to
And
say.
and then I took a chance with them, being a viable career choice. And I got to tell you, it's been one of the best decisions I've made in my life.
Well, I'm really glad that you joined the team, and it's been a pleasure getting to know you and having you in our healthcare network of folks. So talk to us a little bit about what home care is and educate our viewers. Tell me the difference between, let's say, a private duty company, medical, non-medical, non-skilled versus like a Medicare certified agency.
Sure. So Comfort Keepers is a private duty home care agency. We are non-medical. So that means the services that we provide are personal care, like bathing, helping people transfer from, beds to couches, couches to beds. We do companion care, which is like light housekeeping, running errands, meal prep, medication reminders, everything that kind of falls under that non-medical bubble. Transportation as well. We actually do have a sister company called Quality Medical Services that does skilled nursing. So they're medical. They are a medical company. So they do everything skilled nursing. They do geriatric care management. They do wound care. They do med management and everything that falls under that RN umbrella. So right then and there with our company, it's kind of like a one-stop shop. You get the best of both worlds. You get the non-medical with Comfort Keepers, and then you get the medical side with Quality Medical Services. Now, we are private duty, but a lot of people, have Medicare or Medicaid, and they want to have, some skilled services. So they would use a home health agency. We always go by in the private duty world, we say home care agency to kind of differentiate ourselves from the Medicare world, which is home health. And those are doctor's orders. So you need doctor's orders for that. And that's usually PT, OT, things of that nature.
Perfect. I know that there are some companies out there that do home health and they do the skilled side that are not Medicare certified, but they do all the same things. They just charge privately for it. So there's a unique differentiation there. Tell me a little bit more about how someone would pay for home care. What payment options are available for them with Comfort Keepers?
Sure. So we accept the long-term care insurance. So that is definitely a viable option if somebody has secured long-term care insurance. We are a member of the Veterans Association. So we are actually national partners with the Veterans Association. So we can help out our vets, anybody has AIDS in attendance, who's served during wartime. we can help them out, and we can actually help them get started with the accreditation process. We can't help them with the paperwork, but we can direct them in the direction that they need to go to if that's something that they're interested in. And aside from long-term care insurance and VA, we are private pay, so everything would be out of pocket. We do not accept any insurances.
Perfect. Thank you for explaining that to our viewers today. Tell me a little bit. I know that when someone first makes a phone call to you guys, you go out and you meet with them and you put together what's called a care plan. For those folks that don't know what a care plan is, can you kind of give us a description of what that looks like?
Sure, absolutely. So whenever somebody calls us and and they're interested in our services, first off, we dispatch a member from our care team, one of our client care coordinators, out to do a free home assessment. So it's always going to be a free home assessment, just for us to sit there and go to their house and kind of see what they're living in. If there are any dangers, any like throwaway mats or things like that, throwaway rugs that can be slippery, chairs on wheels, things of that nature. Our care plan is basically we sit down with the individual and we find out what their needs are. I mean, that's our biggest focus is, we are needs focused. So we want to find out, what do they need? Do they need, meal prep? Do they need some light housekeeping here and there? And maybe that's it. Or maybe they need something a little bit more involved. Maybe they need help getting out of bed and getting, out of the chair. And maybe they need just somebody to go for some walks, or maybe they just need some companion care. So basically what a plan of care becomes is a list of the client's needs, and that list is communicated to our caregivers, so our caregivers know what their expectations are when they walk through the doors.
Yeah, perfect. I kind of like to think of it as an accountability plan. So
Yeah.
you have their expectations and they have your expectations, and you know how to best serve each other. So that's a perfect explanation. Thank you for that.
No
Um,
problem.
Anything else that you want to add? I know that one thing that's really important that our viewers know is that you are taking COVID-19 patients, specific to specific caregivers that are caring for those patients. Do you want to elaborate a little bit on that and some of the other things that you're doing in the community during the pandemic?
Yeah, I got to tell you, when I made that career change that we talked about earlier, this job scratches that itch that I have. As a teacher, all you want to do is help people. You know what I mean? You want to educate kids, you want to help kids. Entrenched in me is that need to want to help people. And I am so proud of Comfort Keepers, because Comfort Keepers help seniors in a way that I've never seen. They go above and beyond to really be what seniors need us to be. So during this troubled time during this pandemic, um, we saw a need for a company to step up and start helping those COVID-19 patients, because a lot of those seniors are home alone. They don't have their loved ones by them. Their loved ones aren't allowed access to them because of the pandemic. So we have an amazing director of nursing, Kayla Harm, who's our director of nursing with Quality Medical Services, has secured all the proper PPE equipment for us to be able to handle COVID-19 patients. And we're very proud of the fact that we've helped COVID-19 patients. We're also proud of the fact that we're helping seniors during this troubled time. We have teamed up with the Jewish Federation to become a donation hub for their food drive that they're doing, and that's going right now until the end of June 30th. And you can donate one of two ways. You can either drop off non-perishable goods at our Fort Myers office, which is located at 12480 Brantley Commons Court in Fort Myers, or you can order online and just have them sent to the office, which we've had a fair share of people do. The Jewish Federation is non-denominational. They help out any senior who needs. They put together these little care bags for them. And as you can imagine, with the unemployment rates being what they are, with seniors not being able to get out of their houses as much, their shelves have been hit pretty hard. So we're doing everything we can to kind of replenish those shelves as well.
That's perfect. Thank you. So June 30th is the cutoff for that. And I'll make sure when this is uploaded that we put the address where they can drop the food off, and also a link so they could do it electronically as well. Well, thank you so much, Rich. It's been a pleasure having you on the show today. And everywhere you go, you're just a Chechilo.
Yeah, I love it, man. That's what you got to say. Everywhere I go, I'm just a Chicolo. You got to be memorable, Amanda. We got to think of something for you.
Yes, we do. We do. Well, thank you for coming on the show today. I appreciate you and your support of Comfort Keepers for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate